Good afternoon. I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. The Philippines has detected a new mpox case. The health department says the case was reported to the agency on Sunday. This is the country's 10th since December last year, and the first since the World Health Organization declared mpox a public health emergency of international concern. Mpox outbreaks have been reported in Africa, and cases have also been detected in parts of Europe and Asia.
Ito ay na-detect last August 18. Ito ay case ng isang 33 taong lalaki. Pilipino siya. Wala siyang travel history. So hindi siya nanggaling ng Africa or ibang bansa. So that means at may close and intimate contact siya before the symptoms started.
The National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea insists it was China that displayed aggressive behavior in disputed waters early Monday. This after China accused the Philippines of provocation in the South China Sea. China's Coast Guard claims 2 Philippine Coast Guard vessels illegally entered Chinese waters, and one of them deliberately collided with a Chinese ship in waters near Ayungin Shoal. But Jonathan Malaya, Assistant Director General of the National Security Council, says the unlawful maneuvers of Chinese vessels led to the collision.
Despite these incidents, both PCG vessels remain committed to and shall proceed with their missions of delivering essential supplies to personnel stationed on Patat and Layawak Islands. The PCG stands firm in its responsibility to ensure the safety and security of our maritime domain while addressing any and all threats to our national interest.
Former Duterte presidential legal advisor Salvador Panelo says the Marcos administration's cooperation with the ICC may be an impeachable offense. In BNC's At the Forefront interview, Panelo says allowing the ICC to continue its investigation on the Duterte war on drugs would be against the Constitution.
If ICC has no jurisdiction because we have our own internal justice system, then you violate the Constitution, because the Constitution is very clear on its paramount task, which is protecting and serving the people. You don't serve the people by allowing foreign entities to intrude into our judicial system. That is an assault on the sovereignty. And that can even be an impeachable offense on the part of the president if he suddenly reverses himself.
Turning now to the U.S. campaign trail, Vice President Kamala Harris makes another stop in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. There, Harris once again made an urgent plea for a ceasefire in Gaza. The Israel-Hamas war has been a major election issue in the U.S., with critics saying the Biden administration is not doing enough to press Israel to agree to a truce.
Do you think Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is ready to agree to a ceasefire deal?
I will not speak for him, but I will tell you that these conversations are ongoing and we are not giving up. And we are going to continue to work very hard on this. We got to get a ceasefire, and we got to get those hostages out.
After Pennsylvania, Harris flew to Chicago for the highly anticipated Democratic National Convention. The event will see Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz officially nominated as the Democratic Party's ticket for the November election. Opinion polls have shown Harris bringing fresh energy to the Democratic campaign after U.S. President Joe Biden dropped his bid for the White House. She has also closed the gap with Republican rival Donald Trump, both nationally and in most swing states. In the PBA, Junmar Fajardo wins his 8th Most Valuable Player award, while the 4-point line makes its debut. Agatha Gregorio gives us the highlights of the opening of the league's 49th season.
Season 49 is here for the PBA. It opened with a bang at the Araneta Coliseum on Sunday, with fans getting a special treat as some seats were up for grabs for just 49 pesos. But before the start of the Governor's Cup, Season 48's best and brightest were recognized at the Leo Awards. And San Miguel Beermen's Junmar Fajardo extends his record as the most valuable player for the 8th time.
Sana next year ulit.
Fajardo dedicated the award to his teammates and coaches, saying he would not have received the trophy without them.
Sa totoo lang, di ko nga ma-imagine na makakuha ko ng ganito karaming MVPs. Ano lang ba naman ako dati? Sa totoo lang talaga, di naman talaga ako naglalaro ng basketball eh. Kung afford lang talaga ng parents ko yung college, malamang wala ako dito eh. Pero may ibang plano si God sa akin eh.
Fajardo also leads the PBA's first mythical team together with his teammate CJ Perez, Terra Firma Jeep's Christian Stan Hardinger, the Meralco Bolts' Chris Newsome, and Northport Batang Piers' Arvin Tolentino.
It's a great honor and blessing for me, obviously. It's about the team, diba? That still choose to go to the semis or the finals more than this.
Samboy Lim Sportsmanship awardee Paul Zamar is excited for the hardcourt action, even if he's going to sit out the season due to an injury.
I'm looking forward sa mga young guys. Ang dami nating promising young guys. Sayang hindi ako makakalaro this year because of my ACL injury.
The 4-point line also made its official PBA debut in the first match of the season between the Meralco Bolts and Magnolia Hotshots. Meralco's Chris Banchero made the historic first shot from the 4-point line. Speaking of making history, the PBA recognized the country's athletes who competed at this year's Olympics in Paris, France. Olympic bronze medalists Ira Villegas and Nesty Petesio, as well as Phil-Am gymnast and PBA muse Aaliyah Finnegan, were present at the event. Finnegan even compared being Meralco's muse to competing as an athlete.
I absolutely think it's the same pressure. You know, you're filled with arena under a spotlight. A lot of people have eyes on you, and handling something, it's definitely hard. It's not flipping on a 4-inch beam, but you have a lot of eyes on you, and so I have all the respect for these girls that were standing up there and all the respect to the athletes in this room. I would love the opportunity to represent the Philippines once more. Each time I compete, I have so much love for this country and so much love for the supporters who day in, day out constantly, help me feel supported during this time.
Season 49 continues on Tuesday with a match between Blackwater Bossing and the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters at 5 p.m., followed by Northport Batang Pier and TNT Tropang Giga at 7:30 in the evening. Agatha Gregorio, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC for more top-of-the-hour news on Free TV Channel 31 and also on our website, bnc.ph. Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top. Good afternoon.